It's Africa's most populous nation, and is a market that Chinese investors refuse to miss out on. It's Nigeria, the African continent's largest receiver of Chinese construction-related contracts. It's Xinchen here, and this time, Mega World is taking you to Nigeria, an important destination and market along the Belt and Road you took. At the Gulf of Guinea, Nigeria has the potential to become one of the largest logistic hubs in the region. This port is making it possible. This is a Lekki Deep Sea Port, now the largest deep sea port in West Africa. So basically, your day, like you do this routine inspection.
I do it every day. I'm a very, very busy person. Believe me.
Matthew Uyeti oversees the technical department here at Lekki Port. He's been a part of the project for the past 16 years.
Does this match our keyword? Is everything okay? Then to go in. So I do a lot of inspection, building inspection. Then, and again, like this is our terminal. We have a lot of underground works. We have some tunnel, we have some cable buried.
Uyeti's team takes care of the terminal, examine it for possible damage.
So can we go?
They are also responsible for future upgrades and finding ways to make operations even more efficient.
You can have a good view.
Yes. So how deep is the
basin? 16.5 meters. This is one of the deepest. So the vessel that comes here, they have the capacity to do up to 18,000 TEU. Existing ports in Nigeria, the vessels that come there have the capacity to do only 4,000.
Wow.
I'm so happy you said, wow, you understand the, I'm so happy.
More than 4 tons.
Oh, good. TEU is a measure of volume in unit of 20-foot-long containers. While the Lekki Port now takes in 18,000 TEU ships, it is designed for future upgrades for larger vessels. 18,000 TEU was considered the largest capacity for many years. Yet, the evolution of the port hadn't come easy.
My journey through Lekki Port has been a quite interesting journey, faced with a lot of hurdles, faced with a lot of challenges. But the good part is that all those challenges were conquered.
To improve Nigeria's trade capabilities by building the first deep sea port in the country, the biggest challenge they faced, funding. China Harbor Engineering Company injected over $1.5 billion into the Lekki Port project and finished the port's construction in 3 years. In 2023, the port opened. The Lekki Port is estimated to contribute $360 billion to the Nigerian economy and create nearly 200,000 jobs in the long term.
They supported the project with some good funding, and the project got accelerated. Again, so that is the first impact from the Chinese part, which they played a massive role to push the project.
这个港呢，就是解决了尼日利亚没有深水港的这个痛点，给尼日利亚呢提供了一个能跟世界这个贸易接轨的这个高效的这样一个通道。另外，尼日利亚所处的在西非几内亚湾的这个位置呢，其实非常的好，它是一个非常好的一个中转港的这个点。
Uyeti plans to stay at the Lekki Port for the foreseeable future so as to witness the growth of this port he built. As he said, the Lekki Port is like his baby and he wants to take care of it every day.
But I love my country. I love Nigeria, and I want us to do well as well. I want us to meet up the required global standard in terms of ports. I love my country, and I want to be part of the project, so this is it.
Lagos is the largest city in Africa. With a population of over 15 million, the city is vibrant, busy, and jammed. People can spend hours stuck in traffic. Omotala is helping people get to where they need to be on time.
Doors opened.
Seeing people happy, like seeing people get to their location when they have to get to their location. I think that'll make me satisfied.
So be on time and help people be on
Yes,
time.
yes.
Omotala is an operator for Lagos' first light rail, a dream job that came true for her when the first phase of the city's Blue Line opened to the public in September 2023.
I watched the movie and I saw it on TV, so I was like, no, I'm going to drive this train.
The part of the Blue Line operating now stretches about 13 kilometers, covering major commercial areas. Built by China's Civil Engineer Construction Corporation, it is the first electrified urban light rail built by a Chinese firm in West Africa. It has been an instant hit, especially on weekdays during rush hours, as all the people of Lagos wanted to get around the congested roads.
What I've seen here in Lagos is how busy and crowded the city is. Traffic jam, people walking. It does seem easy to upgrade the existing infrastructure. But with this kind of light rail, people now have the option for faster commute.
You want to get to a location by 10 a.m., you get to your location by 10 a.m.
Yes.
Anybody can take it. Both the rich and the poor, there's no discrimination. Everybody are equal once you're on the train.
In the early stages, a dozen Chinese engineers came to Nigeria. They were joined by over 300 Nigerian workers. However, there is a lack of rail technicians in Nigeria, as no training in rail operation and management is offered in the country. The Chinese firm had to be resourceful. So, Nigerians and Chinese have been paired so that the latter could pass down the necessary skills. There was half a year of intense training to ensure that Nigeria's first urban light rail can be operated by the locals.
Discipline. The Chinese people are actually very disciplined, making me disciplined. You have to enjoy it. You have to have passion for it. Because if you don't have passion for it, you get tired easily. So you have to have passion for it.
The Blue Line has brought tremendous convenience to the people of Lagos, and that includes some of the city's socialites and celebrities. Fluent in Mandarin, Toyosi Alagba is an internet influencer who has gained some 200,000 fans from China. Without hesitation, we get chatting in what seemingly is both our native tongue.
这个事情我们已经来了很多次了。我怕我这次我们运气应该好。
I joined her on a video shoot in a crowded market, and it's here where I discovered her recipe to success. It's all about finding diverse, intriguing, yet authentic elements of Nigeria's street life. It's precisely this type of content that garnered her so many fans back in China. For example, a type of dried fish that is unique to Africa.
这些都是进口的。
进口的，哪里进口？
非常好吃。
这是哪里进口的？
不知道，应该是卡梅伦，我不知道。但是，反正也是在非洲吧。
可以加到螺蛳粉里面吗？或者说加到什么粉？
但是这个要煮很长时间才能软一点。
你会做吗？这个鱼？
就煮一煮啊，要煮好长时间。
So the market is quite busy.
Yes, because it's weekend. Yeah, it's always like that in the weekend.
And how often do you find inspiration from the market to show in your videos?
And in the market we find new things, so we come often to see if there is any new things to shoot. And we get more new things.
Finally, the dried fish.
They're always curious about it in a certain way because they want to see they've seen the before, like the process, but they want to see the result, like how we prepare it. Does it taste good? Sometimes if I tell them the honest truth that it does taste good.
In addition to making short clips, this is actually where you work.
Yes.
Being an internet influencer is only a small part of Toyosi's life. She also has a full-time job working for a car dealership.
Connection with the local people.
Yeah. So basically, I'm like the middleman, like a translator for both the Chinese and the local people.
Okay.
Yeah, so I translate both English and Chinese, and our dialect as well, Yoruba.
The car dealership is in fact from the US, and now one of the largest distributors of Chinese branded cars here in Africa. While Nigerians' attitudes toward China are changing, the same is also happening in China.
While, like many years ago, we believe anything made in China is always like cheap, fake, not original. So, but look at the production, look at the mass production happening in China now. They do pretty good things now. Like, that is durable, that lasts long, that's, it's stable.
While business ties are strong between the two countries, cultural ties are playing an increasingly important role to bring people together. After parting ways with the Toyosi, I visited a filmmaker, Fidela Stuker, who established the Abuja International Film Festival.
But by the way, because the International Film Festival was established 20 years ago, but when it started, there are more and more Chinese filmmakers.
Started about 15 years ago.
15 years.
We started getting more of Chinese films every year. I think we're beginning to do that. Beyond investments now, I think even cultural exchange. One of the things I've noticed in the last 2 years, there have been this growing interest of Nigerians also exporting their culture. With China too, it's something China too is doing. The last couple of years, I also run a film festival. You'll be aware, I run a film festival. It's 21 years, the Abuja Film Festival.
Yeah.
And every year, the Chinese filmmakers and even to the Chinese embassy in Nigeria submit Chinese films.
Yes.
And it was a year we even had a film by Jackie Chan, a Chinese film. So for me, I think cultural exchange is a major element of even growing an industry beyond just the finances. And that's why I recently had a discussion with a Chinese producer, and we're looking at him coming to Nigeria to make a film, and let's see how we can work together.
Hello, Dr. Armstrong.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm pretty good.
Nice to meet you. Welcome to Murphy.
Okay.
Before we leave Nigeria, I went to see a seasoned Nigerian investor who is now overseeing Nigerian Ministry of Finance Incorporated.
So in the past week or so that I've been in Nigeria, that I've seen the Lekki Deep Sea Port, the light rail in Lagos, huge infrastructure plans, a lot of money. So what's your take on this? Like the Chinese investment here in Nigeria, how the locals are reacting to these infrastructure plans?
Sure. Well, first of all, welcome to Murphy. We're delighted to have the opportunity to talk about our relationship with China, especially with respect to the types of investments and projects that Chinese companies have engaged in. We believe that it's strategic for us. We have a huge infrastructure gap, and so that provides opportunities for countries like China to invest in that infrastructure space. We have seen quite a good number of those infrastructure projects that have been undertaken in Nigeria. The social impact of that, especially in terms of the number of jobs that are being created, clearly is making a positive difference within the respective communities. So in general, I believe that the Nigerian people appreciate the opportunities that come with those projects.
But also I witnessed the wealth gap between the rich and poor.
Correct.
What's your take on this? Like working with China, how can that be offering some of the insights into tackling like poverty or whatnot, other challenges that society faces?
The journey that Nigeria is on, which is really to create a $1 trillion economy in terms of GDP and create millions of jobs and increase the level of income for our people. We believe that our stronger partnership with China provides us the opportunity to attract a lot more investments, to increase the volume of trade between our respective countries, technology transfer between both nations. We believe that this would help us address some of the social challenges that we have. We believe that there are a lot of lessons that Nigeria can learn from China's journey. The prosperity that China is experiencing, despite the fact that it wasn't always like that before, we think that we can learn from there. And we also believe that a strengthened partnership between our two countries will help us achieve some of that and hopefully learn more from what China has been able to accomplish.
In the fall, the 2024 summit of the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation wrapped up in Beijing. Chinese President Xi Jinping said Modernization is an inalienable right of all countries, but the Western approach to it has inflicted immense sufferings on developing countries. In promoting modernization, China and Africa should not only follow the general rules, but also act in light of their national realities. And China is ready to increase exchanges of governors' experience with Africa, support all countries in exploring modernization paths befitting their national realities. And that lays the foundation for the Belt and Road Initiative to prosper in Africa and continuous cooperation between China and Nigeria.